Mostly asked React interview questions with answers. What is the difference between element and component? An element is a plain object describing what you want to appear on the screen in terms of the DOM nodes or other components. Elements can contain other elements in their props. Creating a React element is cheap. Once an element is created, it cannot be mutated. The interviewer will ask, how to create React element and how element renders to the DOM. The JavaScript representation without JSX of React element would be as follows. Using react.createElement function, we pass div tag, id as login-btn and name of control is login. And this element can be simplified using JSX in one line. Div id as login-btn and text is login. The above react.createElement function returns an object as below. Type is div. Inside props. Children is login. ID is login-btn. Finally, this element renders to the DOM using React DOM.render function. Whereas a component can be declared in several different ways. It can be a class with a render method or it can be defined as a function. In either case, it takes props as an input and returns a JSX tree as the output. Here login-btn with onClick event as handle login with text login and assigned to variable button. Then JSX gets transpiled to a react.createElement function tree. Inside react.createElement function, tag is div and id as login-btn on click event as handle login. And text as login and assigned to button variable. Mostly asked React interview question. How to create components in React. Components are the building blocks of creating user interfaces or UI in React. There are two possible ways to create a component. These are function components and class components. Write an example for function components and class components. Function components is the simplest way to create a component. Those are pure JavaScript functions that accept props object as the one and only one parameter and return React elements to render the output. Here function is greeting with message is passed as parameter and returns hello with value passed with message parameter. If message is world, then it will display hello world. In class components, you can also use ES6 class to define a component. The above function component can be written as a class component. Here class greeting extends React component. And inside render function, returns hello with value passed for message using props. React components use props to communicate with each other. Every parent component can pass some information to its child components by giving them props. Props might remind you of HTML attributes, but you can pass any JavaScript value through them, including objects, arrays, and functions. Thanks for watching Coding Knowledge. Stay tuned for upcoming React interview questions and answers.